What's up, guys? It is Keandre Anderson here. I'm giving you guys another video today. Of course, it's going to be arms. I know. When's he going to do legs? When's he going to do deadlift? When's he going to do this and that? Don't worry. It's coming relatively soon. But today I want to get into the topic of how can I increase my bench max without, a spotter? How can I do it naturally? How can I do it without having to take any extra supplements or blah, 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 blah? Like how can I just do it naturally and not have to worry about hurting myself or having to grab, somebody else who may be in the middle of their set? Like, you know what I mean? Like, that makes sense. So right off the bat, I'm going to go ahead and just preach, progressive overload. So the way I do it is and for the sake of this video, just to keep it short, sweet, and simple, I'm going to plate jump, which is something I don't usually do, but I just want to go ahead and do that just to kind of set an example and get it out of the way. That way I don't just, spend, 30 minutes just benching and kind of explaining what I'm going to do. So how I do it is I'm just going to load up. Like I first start with the dry bar, no weight on it at all. And I go ahead and do that for a set of usually 15 to 20 just to kind of get my arms warmed up. And this is after stretching and after a warm up. Moving on from there, I'm just going to go ahead and throw on, 135. I'm going to throw on a 45 on each side. Do that for another 10 to 15. Like I said, we're just getting warmed up here. Then we're going to throw on another plate, move up to 225. So when I'm hitting 225, I just want to make sure it feels good. I'm not forcing the weight and it's just going up smooth. From there, usually I would go to 275. I would throw on a 25-pound on each side, and then I would move up to 315 typically. But like I said, for the sake of this video, I'm going to plate jump. So I'm going to move up to 315. And for me, what I usually do is I will go up to my top set. So with my max being 455, I'm going to go up to probably like 435, 425, something like that. And I'm going to drop down to about 335, something you can rep 10 to 12 times. Like you could just rep that out. You don't have to worry about it straining on you, because at the end of the day, once you move up to your top set and you drop back down, it subconsciously tricks your mind into thinking that the weight is lighter than it actually is. Because don't get me wrong, 315 to 335 is not light at all. But coming from 425 to 435 and doing that for like a top set of one or a double maybe, dropping down to a 10 rep set, it's like I said, it's going to trick your mind into thinking that it's lighter than it actually is, but it's really not. But in doing so, you're also building that muscle up to be able to support that weight. So whenever you continue to come back to like your next arm day or whatever, or chest day, you can go ahead and like feel good as you're repping that out, and everything just flows smoothly. Like I said, like you're not forcing it, you're not having to do the whole butt lift or you know what I mean. So from there, we're going to drop back down to another set that we can do 10. From there, from the top set, we're going to just drop down to things we can do 10 reps of. So, like I said, I'm going to go up to like 435, 425, something like that. And I drop down to 335, do 10, drop down to like 285 maybe, do another 10, then 225, 10, and then that's it. That's high end bench. And then I move on to decline to help build up that chest and a couple other chest movements, because at the end of the day, you can work arms all you want, but your chest is really what you want if you want to have a high bench. So like I said, I'm going to go through the motions and I'm going to show you guys how I do it and what I do and some of the other movements I'll do to kind of help build up that chest and reinforce the muscle there. Like how it's stuck in my head. Alright, but we're gonna get a quick change of scenery here. So I want to go over a couple of things I may have forgotten. Like I said, I want to make sure that you understand the importance of stretching and definitely getting like a good warm up, because you don't want to go in there cold. That's the worst thing you can do before lifting, especially if you're going to try to lift something heavy or push yourself, extra hard that day. You should push yourself every day, but you definitely don't want to work out cold. I can't stress that enough. You definitely want to be warm, have like a light sweat from just walking on the treadmill for a good 10 minutes, with a decent pace at least. Like you don't want to just, walk on there and just slug around. Like you actually want to, push yourself and make sure you're getting ready for your workout, and that you're getting warm and you're getting properly warmed up. So yeah, definitely take your warm up and your stretching serious, because that can be the difference between feeling comfortable under the bar. It could be, all the difference in the world between, you getting this number or you getting that number, if that makes sense. For you getting this number and getting that number. So, like I said, take that very seriously. And like I was saying, the gym was starting to get crowded, so I had to come back home and, film the rest of it here. But yeah, you definitely want to, if you can, get a spotter for the days that you want to push yourself, because you don't want to hurt yourself. If you know you're going to go for a new max and you feel like you can get it, but you're a little bit on the fence about it, definitely see if you could just grab somebody like, hey, can you help me get this set up real quick? It might even put you on video, but I just want to make sure that my form is good and that I actually get it. So like, can you just come spot me for a quick 1 rep max? And 9 times out of 10 they're gonna be like, yeah, sure, I can help you out, or whatever you do. But like I said, so to kind of sum everything up, you're going to want a progressive overload, but then you're going to want to deload and still up your reps. So like I said, for me, just using my numbers, max being 455 on bench, I'm going to work all the way up to about 420 to 435, and then I'm going to do my 1 rep max of that. Then I'm going to come back down to about 335, do 10, come down to 285, do 10, 225, 10, and then I'm gonna end that. Upper body, you already know what you're gonna work out, but like I said, you want to take everything serious. You want to move slow. You don't want to rush into things. You don't want to just, like I said, plate jump. Like I said, I do that for the sake of keeping the video short, but you don't want to plate jump, because that's just, no, you want to get all your sets and reps in. You don't want to rush yourself. Yeah, and just take your time, because growth takes time. You can't just, you can't just wake up with the new mindset of, I want to do 315, so I'm just going to work up to that and then just get it. Like, it's not that easy. You're going to want to work up to it, And eventually, like once you can get that, it's gonna come so smooth the next few bench days that you have that you're just gonna continue to grow over that, especially if you do the progressive overload, then the deload, like I explained. And disclaimer, I'm not, you know, a personal trainer or anything like that yet, but this is just how I did things. This is how I wanted to kind of test myself to see if I can actually increase my bench, and it worked. You know, I gained 60, 70 pounds on my bench just by trying this method, because before I never thought I'd be able to hit, you know, 4 or 5 instead of 5 reps until like the end of summer, and I just did that yesterday. So that's why you didn't see me go too heavy today, because I had a killer workout with my boy yesterday, so kind of just taking things easy today. But I still wanted to, you know, put out this video to kind of help you guys if you want to know how to increase your bench without having to grab somebody else, without having to take, you know, 1,001 supplements, or, you know, do all these other crazy methods. Like, this is a clear-cut way that I did it, and like I said, it's going to take time. It's going to take you a few months to get to where you want to get, but as long as you stay dedicated, keep working at it, keep pushing yourself safely, you're going to get it. Like, there's no doubt that you're going to be able to get the number that you want to get and be able to just rep that out and continue to progress and keep moving forward. That's how you build a muscle up, in my opinion, and that's how you, what's the word I'm thinking of? That's how you pretty much train yourself to be able to pick up this heavy weight consistently, safely, and have good control of the bar as you're doing it as well. You don't want to do anything that will jeopardize yourself for one, but you just don't want to cheat yourself at progression and getting better. So that's my take on how to increase your bench mass naturally, safely. No freaking needles or pills or blah 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 blah, no extra shit. Like, this is a clear-cut way that I did it, and I hope that helps the rest of you guys. If you'd like more kind of useful tips like this, definitely let me know down below. With that said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Deuce.